Hey Fish Fam, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master. I'm here with my brother, and we are playing the legendary Simic Merfolk with Master of Waves in the same deck. Is it possible to play Master of Waves in the same deck as Simic Merfolk? I think so, and if you want to see how it works in today's modern metagame, because we're not playing with Lurrus, we're going to try to play without it. We're going to try and beat those Lurrus decks with Master of Waves. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So for once, we finally lost the die roll, back to our usual selves. I'm actually going to keep this hand. We're probably going to go turn 1 Ether Vial into turn 2 Ether Vial, and I like how our curve is, and one of these Ether Vials is just going to go to 4 in order to cast Master of Waves. Our opponent also doesn't have a companion. So it's non-companion versus non-companion deck. Oh, it's Burn. Well, how do you play Burn without a companion? That's ridiculous. Hopefully Master of Waves is going to show its true colors in this matchup. I don't like being on the draw against Burn. Oh, Lord of Atlantis, okay, that's fine. But it would be convenient if we draw a Lord. Sorry, not a Lord, a land by turn for the next turn. Or not the next turn. The turn after the next turn. So, okay, here we go. This is why we got Master of Waves. This is what we have Master of Waves for this matchup. Again, I told people, this is 20% of the metagame. You're going to face this like once every league. You've got to have a good matchup against Burn, because if you don't have a good matchup, you're just going to get you're just losing for no reason. It's just way too prominent in Modern right now. So surprised they're not playing with Lurrus. I guess they don't want to spend the $200 on the Mishra's Baubles. This is budget Burn, basically. Ether Vial's not too bad in the Burn matchup, in terms of, like, getting a bunch of them out. Alright, see what happens. A lot can change if we draw and land. Because then we get to play... We get to brickwall the Goblin Guide, basically, and start exhausting our opponent's removal. Or burn spells. Draw them to the creatures, not our face. Double queuing. I sense double queuing. Or huge lag, I don't know.
Maybe it's just Andy.
No. Andy has a different username. He calls himself Fetchland. That's hilarious. You know, this program's been out for like 20 years. No one took the username Fetchland. That's lucky.
Mr. Fetchland.
Someone should take sorcery.
Someone should take
Artifact.
Rosewater.
Maybe, yeah. M. Rosewater. I don't know, maybe they want to resign after seeing this. So, I don't know what to say about this league.
It was a league.
Could have ran better. If you're just watching this video for the first time, we're at like 2-2 right now. The losses were like really meh games. One of them was a nail biter, but I felt like a lot of things had to go wrong. Like against Tron, felt like a lot of things had to go wrong in order to lose that one.
Tron.
But I think the deck is mostly doing what I want it to do. It's possible Master of Waves should just be exclusively a sideboard card, because it might be too much of a liability in the games where it doesn't matter. We are actually having trouble casting this Master of Waves. Every single time we need to top deck a land, we top deck Botanical Sanctum. We're just getting strictly punished.
Well, he's got pain lands.
Yeah, that's the bright side of all this. It'll be very interesting if they play Eidolon. Because they'll just... Yeah, okay, that's interesting. So now they're going to take like double the damage whenever they do anything. Okay, give me a land. I don't even know if I want to play anything anymore. I mean, I guess I will play the Silver Gill Adept. I think I'm going to play the Island instead, because that guarantees that Kumana Speaker will be a 2-2. And I will take some damage here. I mean, I guess I don't have to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. They know about the Lord of Atlantis.
Everybody knows about Lord of Atlantis.
Alternatively, like, I could have played Mutavault Past. Use that to threaten to block. 3 cards in hand. That's worth 9 damage.
Well, you got Lord City now.
Drawing 1 more land would be good, because then we'll set up a good Master of Waves turn.
Whatever he does, it's going to hurt.
Yes. It's going to hurt them more than it's going to hurt us. I mean, they're going to take 4 damage every single time they try to cast spells. Basically, if they play a 2-mana spell. Borrow's Charm, 4 damage. They might want to throw their Eidolon away. I mean, I'll block it. I have no problem with that. So their situation might be complicated. I'm pretty hopeful in this situation, though. I think Eidolon will do more damage to them than it will do to us. Sunbay Canyon is also a problem. Let's see if they throw their creatures away. I imagine they should. They should at least keep trying to put the pressure on me. Alright, well, they're thinking about it.
He loves to burn time.
Yeah. Burn time, burn life. Burn rating. Burn ticks. I'm pretty sure all this gameplay still looks pretty good. It's not in 1080p, but a good old 720p is still gonna work out fine. It's better than nothing. Much better than nothing. It's all my brother's computer can handle at the moment. A gorgeous girl she is.
Yes.
So I feel relatively prepared for burn. I mean, I like the ideally you're playing a deck that does not take any pain at all. Like no horizon lands, no fetch lands, no shock lands. But still, I want to utilize the power of Simic Merfolk, which we saw in the Tron matchup, which we saw in the Yorion matchup. I don't know if we saw it really all that much in the Humans matchup. And it could have been something in that Umori matchup. Alright, they said, let's go all in. Great. That's great draw. I'm just going to chump block both things. If they kill something, I'll block the Eidolon, because that's the only way I can like play a Lord. Because I would like to play a Lord next turn without taking damage, and then I can violin another one, just putting more creatures on the battlefield. Keeping my life total high is much more important than keeping my opponent's life total low. Because once we get the Master of Waves on the board, the game's over. Master of Waves is always game over. We have the plan. Breeding Pool comes into play tapped on turn 3. Mutavault, play Master of Waves. Huge board. Game over. One thing they might be considering is like they want to burn something, but they don't want to burn something. Because they've got like so much gas in hand. Like they might have 12 points of damage in hand at the moment. That's interesting. The post block lightning bolt. Gotcha. You took 3 damage. You literally lightning bolted yourself. Anyway, this is all fine. I wonder if they're gonna like. I wonder if they're now going to, after the fact, like lightning bolt the Silvergill Adept because they want to keep stuff on the board. It would be the worst use of their resources of all time. They could have done that pre-combat. They could have done it before blocks. How does everyone like the new avatar? I've switched to the
Good.
Chubby Meatball avatar. It's basically Chubby Meatball. It's Chubby Meatball when Chubby Meatball's mother dresses her up in stupid garbage, which can happen around Christmas and yeah, mostly Christmas.
Oh God.
But yeah, Chubby Meatball has a lot of outfits.
I've never seen pictures of this.
Because I told her to stop putting this crap on her.
Alright, so Goblin Guide hits the bin.
Sure. Our life total is equal.
You have way more resources.
I have more cards, more lands, basically more life. I'm not even gonna play that. Just pass and attempt to block this thing with Merfolk Mistbinder. And whatever happens next turn, Lord of Atlantis, Master of Waves, GG. Here we might see finally, like, I don't know, Searing Blaze? Okay, can still block. Blocking. So what's this all about? You gonna play Skewer the Critics? No, nothing happens.
Wow, that could be overkill.
It is overkill.
You should just put it on 2.
Honestly, this is probably just the best thing to do, yeah. Just put on 2.
Say goodnight.
Yeah, basically. Sweet Prince. Play him now. Okay, or don't play him at all. So we have 1-drops? This would be a brutal way to lose if you just play, like, unload 1-drops into me. What do you have in your hand that you're just not playing anything anymore? Or you're just demoralized by how this whole game played out?
Maybe he just doesn't want to touch his pain lands anymore.
They definitely have something.
He didn't want to touch his
What do they
pain
have in
lands.
their hand? More Eidolons? Just flooding out on Eidolon? That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Well, it needs to be 3s or 1s.
Yes, it needs to be 3s or 1s. Those are still available. Attack. Post blocks. Get this Master of the Pearl Trident in play. What do you know? You still have things to play even through a chalice. Play around this. This puts lethal on the battlefield.
Protection for red.
Pro red. Pro burn. Pro burn deck.
3, 2.
No, they're gonna play it out. They want to see what happens. They're gonna play an Eidolon. I'm just gonna attack for the win. I think they're flooding out on Eidolon. It's the only. Oh no, they can't play an Eidolon. It's gonna get countered by the Chalice. Well, that's hilarious.
A lot of 2-drops in hand.
Well, yeah. So like everything that I wanted to ever happen in this burn matchup just happened here. We threw the Chalice. We have main deck Chalice, main deck Master of Waves. Showed them what's what. Showed them who's the boss. I'm the boss around here. Okay, on the draw, Spinning sees his poop, but Deprive is fine, Force Negation's fine. Definitely want the last Chalice. Sorry, last Master of Waves. Chalice is good on the play, but not the draw. Take out Dismember. Brazen Borrower is clunky. Whoops, we only had 1. 61 cards, I'll take out Spinning Seas. Yeah, okay, we'll play Chalice. On the draw, this is too clunky. This is also sort of clunky on the draw, but still it's better. If you get to 4 mana, it's worth playing at 4, just like we did in that game. It was wonderful. I don't like these hands. I think I'm gonna... do I mulligan this?
Yeah.
Maybe not, because I have the Silvergill Adept. Okay, I'll keep it. It's not a good hand. We have no 1-drop, vulnerable to Eidolon, no interaction. Our only godsend is a Master of Waves that we may or may not play on turn 4. Our opponent kept 7 cards. Well, that's some good news. Or it's bad news, because that means they kept an Eidolon hand. Oh, I hope they kept an Eidolon hand. It's interesting. So they had to have top decked that.
No spell to pump it.
I mean, I won't... Oh, these are good draws. I'm not going to lie. That's a great draw. Show Mistbinder. Makes Commander Speaker a surprise somehow. Okay, that's good. Like, if we keep curving into lands to play Master of Waves on curve, I'm not going to complain. I'm dancing. I'm getting confident here. Okay. I think this is going to be a spot where I'm just going to chump. I want to keep my life total high.
You got resources.
I do. I actually have... And it's not Blue Devotion. This game is not going to be determined by... I guess this Ether Vial's okay. And pass. Trickster. Oh, we are actually not guaranteed to play this Master of Waves next turn. Just sort of realized that. So at our upkeep, I'm probably going to Violin the Lord with the trigger on the stack and then just tick it up to 3 so that we then guarantee that Master of Waves comes into play. Another one of these, that's ugly.
Trickster 1, block the other with the Trickster.
They're not going to attack with it, unless they're going to die. That's silly. Okay, so that's like a pony move, to do that pre-combat. There's no point to do that. And they know I've got Merfolk Mistbinder because I showed it.
Was he paying attention? No, he wasn't.
No, apparently not. Fortune favors the brave, but sometimes you're too brave for your own good. Gonna have to stack these triggers in some way. We're going to activate this before we have to tick it up, then we're going to tick it up. So next turn we're guaranteed to get Master of Waves in play. That's okay.
No, it's great. I mean, like, that's really good.
Oh, you like this? You had like an sounded like a disappointed sound. This game is over. I mean, I don't even need any of this other stuff. Oh, it's super over. They're empty-handed now. They would have had a better shot, but they're mismanaging everything. Like, Lightning Bolt shouldn't go to my face. It should go to my creatures. Lightning Helix shouldn't have gone to my face either. It should go to my creatures. This game could have been way harder. The first Lightning Bolt is difficult to determine because it looks like they didn't have any creatures in the first place. But still, I think, so yeah, it's difficult. Maybe the Lightning Bolt is a little bit harsh, but when the Lightning Helix, they should just attack and wait to see what happens. You got it, bub. Oops. Do I have lethal as it is? I mean, they got a blocker.
If you get a Lord, it's going to be good. There he is. I think that does it.
Is it? Yeah, I think it is. Looks like lethal. Even without the block, it's 14 damage. Sorry, with the block, it's 14 damage. And then, this is overkill. I gave them a slice of... I gave them a piece of the possibility of staying alive. They did not. So anyway, we crushed them, but honestly, it was not because of our... Oh, how do I change this? To deck tech view. Collection. Let's go to the collection. Let's check out this list. I don't think this league did the list justice. We had two garbage matches where like it was just we drew 3 ether vials in one match. That was just awful. And it was like 3 ether vials starting at turn 3, so it's like we're down 3 cards. And then in the last matchup, our burn player did not really actually prove that our list was good. They just sort of mismanaged their deck, and they weren't even playing with Lurrus, so it was like a budget burn deck. But I still think this is hopeful. I still think it has a chance to be competitive. I would have to like playtest it some more, which I don't have time to do. And I would also like to explore Yorian Merfolk. I don't know. Let me know what you think about Lorian Merfolk. We might go into that, or I might try this out again. I'm not sure. I'm still confident about Chalice. We had a weird league. Did we even see Lurrus once? We saw companions. We saw Umori.
No, not Lurrus.
Gigantha.
We saw 3, but 3.
Yorian. Yeah, we saw a lot of other companions, but we didn't see Lurrus. So we didn't even see the purpose of that. Why we're even playing this deck. Maybe the metagame's hating it out already. Maybe Lurrus is not actually going to get banned. We're just going to have to wait and see. But I think I like the list. I'm still pretty confident with this. I'm glad that we saw some play out of Damping Matrix. That was pretty cool. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the league. If you're still playing with Simic Merfolk and you don't want to play with Lurrus, I think this is still perfectly fine. We're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon. We're also going to thank the Metabase.com and the MTG Mastermind for being our sponsors. This has been Nikachu with his brother playing Lurrus-less Merfolk in Modern.